They think that they can only get detained or arrested if we have, like, beyond a reasonable belief.
They think they know it all. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, when I first tried to detain this guy, right, and I called up backup, I asked him simply to go to the back, and he said, you know, he's putting up a fuss of, like, you need to tell me why I'm being detained. And I'm like, what the? Tried to explain to him. He didn't want to comply. Turned into a reckless evading chase, resisting.
Lawyer. Okay.
Yep. All right. So here is what we will do. I'm gonna let this guy know we're running all his things, and that his property is currently locked down. Now, we don't have to normally do this. The reason I'm gonna do it is see if he breaks and actually decides to talk. And if he doesn't, well.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. All right. It's 6/21/2025 at 11:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sergeant Brian Knight with the Los Santos Police Department, call sign 495. To my right-hand side, if you could state your name for the record.
Joey Irons, badge number 636.
In front of us today is Mr. Jeremy Saiga. He has been Mirandized. He'll be Mirandized one more time. At this time, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do will be used against you in a court of law. Right to an attorney. Cannot afford an attorney. One will be provided for you by the state if when it's available. Do you understand your rights as they've been read to you today?
Yeah.
All right. So here's the situation that we currently have. Now, rather transparently, my expectation earlier was to answer a couple questions pertaining to a situation, which I'm not going to disclose right now. And maybe I will, depending on how this conversation goes. And the expectation is, you know, when law enforcement asks you to comply with an order or a directive, specifically one like this, that directive is followed. What would have likely occurred was just a series of questions, and I would have been on my way. Unfortunately, due to the nature of the initial crime, and, you know, the evading that transpired, followed by the resisting, and, you know, what's kind of led you here, we discovered a series of IDs in the back of your trunk. There was Iron, how many IDs was it, roughly?
10, sir.
10 IDs. All from varying individuals. And so what I want to let you know is that I have locked your properties down. I do have an intention to raid said property. However, I want to provide you an opportunity to explain yourself and sort of have me potentially renege on this. And the question's rather simple. Why do you have these IDs?
I didn't know. There wasn't my car.
Okay. And
I don't know. I don't know what's in the trunk. I just know it's in the glove box.
okay. All right. I see. And whose car was it?
Ernest.
Ernest who?
Macaroni.
Ernest Macaroni. I see.
Ernie.
Macaroni?
Ernie. Macaroni.
Ernie Macaroni? Is that the name?
That's right.
I got you. And when did he give you possession of this vehicle?
Earlier.
Okay. Can you give me a rough timeline?
30 seconds before you showed up.
Okay. And Mr. Macaroni, was where did he give you those keys?
In the parking lot.
Okay. Was he present?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did he look like?
He had orange hair. He had like a black coat. That's really all I can remember.
Okay. And
But,
why did
definitely
he?
orange hair.
Okay. And why did he give you keys?
I was supposed to pick something up from Legion.
I'm sorry?
I was supposed to go pick something up from Legion.
I see. And what was that?
Lockpicks.
I got you. And did you make contact with anyone in how is that transaction going to take place? How did you get in contact with said individual?
They called me.
Okay. They called you. Yeah, but how did they know that you needed lockpicks?
I called them initially.
I see.
About 20 minutes before.
20 minutes before, and they said, hey, the lockpicks are done. He gave you the keys, and then you were off to the races.
Well, I mean, I called them. They said that they were busy. To give them about 20 minutes. I waited. We were in the parking lot. Called me and said that they were ready. I said, okay. He gave me his car. I pulled out. You guys pulled in. And that's it.
I got you. And what happened to Mr. Macaroni?
I don't know. I was running from you guys.
I got you. And why did you run?
Fight or flight. You chose to call more units. You tried to box me in.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of harming any officers and taking out the weapon that I had, like a lot of other criminals would have done. I ran. Flight.
Yeah, but why?
It's an instinct.
I see.
You weren't identifying yourself, and I feared for my life.
I did identify. I didn't tell you what the detainment reason was.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
For all I know, you could have just been trying to set me up. Who knows?
Okay.
Sure sounded like it.
And who is Ernie Macaroni to you?
Just a friend.
Okay, and how long have you known him for?
Like a month and a half, 2 months, maybe. I don't really know.
I got you. All right, interesting. And does he live with you?
No.
I got you. Who does live with you?
Tony DeSanta.
Tony DeSanta.
Or Thomas DeSanta. Thomas DeSantos. I can't really remember his last name. I do think it's Thomas.
Thomas DeFino?
Nah, not. There's no F. I don't think.
12474, sir.
Thomas DeSantos. Okay. Who is selling weed in that parking lot?
No, I don't know. I imagine someone from that, neighborhood across the street.
The reports were coming from that location. Who attacked the locals?
I don't know.
You were standing there when I just for to give you a clearer picture. I had my cruiser up against the wall, looking into the parking lot to the east. So that eastern parking, that eastern wall that is like parallel with El Rancho, I was watching there. I saw you there.
I mean, you would have seen me, not selling weed 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know who was selling weed.
Okay. Who attacked the local?
There was this other guy there. I
Mhm.
don't know his name. That wasn't me.
And how did he look like?
Uh, like a younger version of that officer there. White hair, kind of the same build.
Okay.
I really can't. I wasn't really paying too much attention to him. Like I
I understand.
was on my way out. Really.
Okay. And
Whatever he was doing, like one of those guys attacked me, and I just ran.
okay. And in regards to his clothing, what color was it?
Um, uh, I want to say white, but I mean,
Yep.
I don't think it would match his hair. I don't want to guess and give you wrong info, you know?
No, you're good. Chad, guilty or not guilty? Okay. So to make sure that I understand this correctly, your claim is that you received a phone call. You made a phone call 20 minutes prior to showing up in an attempt to buy lockpicks. You received that call, and you went to go pick up those lockpicks from Legion Square, to which Mr. Ernie Macaroni provided you the keys to his vehicle.
That's right. Yeah.
And what was the vehicle?
Grotti Turismo something. It's white.
Okay. All right.
If you look at my record, that's not my vehicle. I don't own that car.
I got you. Okay. All right. And okay. So here's where we're at with this. Look, I'm very reasonable. I think most people who have spoken to me know I am. Only given the fact that you are cooperating here, does your information and your honesty here, quite frankly, we're gonna go and unlock your property, as what you've provided us matches up with the rest of the evidence that we have. I am going to make it very clear that I do not want you back in that area, as it is an area of investigation. You're not going to be arrested for it. However, that's going to put you kind of in a bad light, given what we're currently looking into. I do believe you in saying that Ernie gave you the vehicle to drive around. I do believe you that you didn't know what was in the trunk. Ernie, whenever you do have a chat to talk to him about it, I'd recommend not try to bring it up too much. I know it's your friend, but I am going to try to make contact with him to answer a handful of questions. And if he does, by any chance, live with you, that's not somebody you probably want to live with, especially if you're not trying to get your doors kicked in.
All
So, all right. Do you have any questions for us?
No.
All right. Is this gun going to come back hot?
I don't believe so. No.
Do you have the gun, sir?
I do. Yep. You want to run it for me?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. All right. Thank you. I'm going to pause the recording here at 11:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're just going to go run the gun. I'm going to give Ernie a call. And you're probably just going to get resisting, reckless evading, and the possession charge. And we'll reduce the time and fine due to your, this interrogation. So just hang tight. We're going to go get that sorted, and we'll be right back.
I'm just going to need one of the mags.
Oh, yes, I got you. Yeah, so his story actually lines up, right? And honestly, that's fucking huge. Because the guy that had white hair, it wasn't Bobby. By the way, the reason why I had you look the other way, I was trying to play into his, little gimmick. But yeah, that's really good. I'm willing to cut this guy a break since he's kind of kind of pinpointed a dealer in that area.
Perfect. All right,
yep.
let me go test
Awesome.
stuff out.
Let me call Ernie